everyone. I hope you're doing well. And this is your Royal Daily News for September 27th, 2022. In Madrid, Her Majesty Queen Letizia of Spain attended the closing ceremony of the 14th edition of Banco Santander's social project entitled Euros from Your Payroll, held at the Circle of Fine Arts Cultural Center. Euros from Your Payroll is one of Banco Santander's most relevant initiatives for the thousands of employees involved in social causes and who support the NGOs that work daily to help the most vulnerable groups. According to a press release, nearly 200 associations have presented their projects in the 14th edition, with, quote, 32 finalists and 12 winning projects, each receiving €44,759 from the Euros from Your Payroll fund. This fund is financed with donations from the employees who participate in the program and the bank's contribution, which doubles the amount raised by the employees, end quote. Meanwhile, His Majesty King Felipe VI of Spain visited the Central Command and Control Group, the Space Surveillance Operations Center, also known as COVE, and the Center for Aerospace Observation Systems at an airbase outside of Madrid. The Central Command and Control Group controls the airspace of national sovereignty, surveillance, detection, identification, and classification of air objects entering it, and that of the air police missions and, where appropriate, air defense assigned to it on a continuous basis 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The Space Surveillance Operations Center has as its mission the surveillance and knowledge of the space situation of interest and provision of services in support of the operations of the Spanish Armed Forces. The purpose of His Majesty's visit was to learn more about the daily operations and missions of these units. I hope that made sense. It probably didn't, but that's okay. In Oslo, Her Royal Highness Crown Princess Mette-Marit of Norway, as High Patron, visited the Stella Red Cross Women's Center on the occasion of the organization's 10th anniversary. According to a press release, the Stella Red Cross Women's Center is, quote, for women in vulnerable life situations. The main target group is mothers and women from minority backgrounds. So far this year, there have been over 5,000 visits to the Stella Red Cross Center. The Red Cross expects that there will be around 10,000 visitors in 2022, which is the same level before the pandemic began, end quote. After meeting with volunteers and women at the center, the Crown Princess had to cut short her visit due to health-related issues. According to the Norwegian Royal Court, the Crown Princess had unforeseen side effects from her new medication for her pulmonary fibrosis, COPD, a chronic lung disease that causes breathing difficulties and discomfort for those suffering from the disease. The Royal Court goes on to note that Crown Princess Mette-Marit's schedule is being, quote, reset, end quote, for the rest of the day. Last evening in Oslo, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Haakon of Norway celebrated the 10th anniversary of MESH Norway. Established in 2012, MESH Norway offers office spaces, premises, tools, networks, and various meeting places for entrepreneurs and innovators in central Oslo. The company organizes events as well as helps, quote, startups recruit the talent they need in order to grow, end quote. Today, MESH has over 3,800 members and over 100,000 users each year. They operate in Oslo, Trondheim, and Copenhagen and have become the largest startup networks in the Nordics. During last evening's celebrations, Crown Prince Haakon, along with 17 other individuals, were inducted into the MESH Norway Hall of Fame. The MESH Norway Hall of Fame was established to recognize individuals who have been, quote, significant to MESH and the startup environment for the past 10 years, end quote. Also last evening in Oslo, not Copenhagen, but Oslo, Her Majesty Queen Margrethe II of Denmark and Her Majesty Queen Sonja of Norway attended a gala dinner at the Grand Hotel in celebration of Her Majesty Queen Margrethe II receiving the 2022 Nordic Association Language Award. Her Majesty received the award earlier in the afternoon in Oslo, not Copenhagen, but Oslo. Anyway, during the gala, Her Majesty Queen Margrethe II gave a speech stating, quote, the Nordic languages, so closely related yet so different, are a unique treasure that we must take care of. They are the strongest bond between our people, and it is important that we always keep the knowledge going from generation to generation. This is how we strengthen and preserve our Nordic community." End quote. The Nordic Association Language Award is presented annually to an individual, institution, authority, or organization that has contributed to strengthening Nordic language. In Stockholm, Their Majesties King Carl Gustaf and Queen Silvia of Sweden, along with Their Royal Highnesses Crown Princess Victoria and Prince Daniel of Sweden, and Their Royal Highnesses Prince Carl Philip and Princess Sophia of Sweden, attended the opening of the Swedish Parliament session. Prior to officially opening the Parliament session, His Majesty the King gave a speech, stating, quote, "Honorable members, I assume that each of you are here for one and the same reason, that you want to contribute to good and secure development for Sweden. In the coming years, you will be faced with many important and difficult decisions. Take on that task, your task, with thought and seriousness. Do your best for Sweden and its citizens. I wish you, elected representatives of the people of Sweden, strength, courage, wisdom in your important work. I hereby declare the 2022-2023 National Assembly, which is basically Parliament, open." End quote. If you want to read His Majesty's entire speech in the description box below, I have translated it. And I'm sure I know it's not perfect. It's probably really messed up. But hey, I tried. So please don't yell at me. In the afternoon, Her Majesty Queen Silvia of Sweden inaugurated an international conference organized by the network Child Helpline International. The focus of this year's conference was, among other things, how support lines can strengthen children in extreme crises. In Copenhagen, Her Royal Highness Crown Princess Mary of Denmark presided over the presentation of the 2022 DI Award in connection with the Danish Industry Business Summit 2022 held at the Royal Arena. According to a press release, the DI Award is presented annually to a member company that has made a special effort in the area that is current for business and society. The award is about sharing success stories and being an inspiration for other companies to follow their, quote, good examples. This year, the DI Award is presented to a company that has developed products or services that make Denmark a technological climate pioneer country. End quote. In Brussels, His Majesty King Felipe of the Belgians held an audience with the European Union Commissioner for the Environment, Oceans, and Fisheries, held at the Palais Royal. He has a name, but I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it. I've been practicing, but it's really, really difficult. In Den Haag, Her Majesty Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, as honorary chairwoman, attended the Mind Us meeting on social media. Mind Us is an initiative/organization that aims to help young people to, quote, get a grip on their mental health, develop resilience, and to find help when needed, end quote. According to a press release, on average, young people spend 160 minutes a day on social media. For many young people, social media is a place where they make and maintain contacts and where they form a picture of life and society. For example, social media contributes to the formation of the identity of a young person. At the same time, the use of social media can lead to stress, sleep deprivation, and sometimes psychological complaints. End quote. During today's event, a representative from an online platform, a social media influencer, and a scientist discussed the positive and negative influences of social media on the mental health of young people. Her Majesty also spoke with various young people about the role and responsibility of online platforms to promote the mental health of young people and to discuss the contribution that influencers can make in breaking taboos surrounding mental health. Her Majesty also presented the first copy of the Mind Us Help Group for Influencers card. This card can, quote, be used by influencers to refer their followers who knock on their door with mental issues. Depending on the type of problem and the age of the individual, an influencer can give targeted advice on where that individual can find extra help in an accessible and private way." End quote. In Tokyo, His Majesty King Abdullah II of Jordan attended the state funeral for the former Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe, held at the Budokan Hall. Over 4,300 attendees, including foreign dignitaries from over 200 countries, attended today's state funeral. In Amman, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Al Hussein bin Abdullah II of Jordan took to social media to wish his sister, Her Royal Highness Princess Imam bint Abdullah II of Jordan, a very happy 26th birthday, stating, quote, "Wishing my dear sister Iman the happiest of birthdays and many more to come." End quote. Happy birthday. In Monte Carlo, Her Royal Highness Princess Caroline of Hanover, Princess of Monaco, presented diplomas to graduates from the Institute for Nursing Training. This year, there are a total of 23 nurses and 12 care assistants who are ready to start their new career. Several of the new graduates have already been hired by the Princess Grace Hospital in Monte Carlo. In Paris, Her Royal Highness Princess Alexandra of Hanover, Mrs. Beatrice Borromeo Casaraghi, and Her Royal Highness Princess Savira Vanavari of Thailand attended the Dior Pret-a-Porter 2023 Spring-Summer Fashion Show. In London, Buckingham Palace revealed His Majesty King Charles III of the United Kingdom's new cipher, thus ending the official 7-day period of mourning. The cipher is the sovereign's monogram, consisting of the initials of the monarch's name, Charles, and the title Rex, which is Latin for king, alongside a representation of the crown. Meanwhile, Their Royal Highnesses the Prince and Princess of Wales made a one-day official visit to, well, Wales. The purpose of the visit, per Kensington Palace, was to, quote, "meet with different communities across the nation and learn about the work of key charitable organizations." The day began on Anglesey, where Their Royal Highnesses visited the RNLI Holyhead Lifeboat Station. Thereafter, the royal couple visited Swansea, where they visited the St. Thomas Church, a redeveloped church in the city which supports people in the local area. As part of their visit to Swansea, the Prince and Princess of Wales met those volunteering at the church across different initiatives, including Baby Basics and the Food Bank. The Prince and Princess of Wales are looking forward to spending more time in Wales over the coming months and years, taking the time to strengthen their relationship with communities in all parts of Wales. End quote. And finally, last Thursday evening in London, Her Royal Highness Princess Tatiana of Greece, along with His Royal Highness Crown Prince Pavlos of Greece, Her Royal Highness Princess Maria Olympia of Greece, and His Royal Highness Prince Philippos of Greece, attended the 10th anniversary celebrations of the Hellenic Initiative London, held at the Dorchester. In a statement, Princess Tatiana of Greece said, quote, "It was a magical evening, celebrating more than just 10 years of coming together to support the future of Greece, but also honoring the incredible work of the Princess Trust International and the Conservation Collective. As most of you know, the THI community has become my family, and having my real family there, Pavlos, Philippos, and Olympia, made it more special. Thank you to everyone who came and supported." End quote. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow on Wednesday, September 28th, with all the latest royal news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful evening and a great day tomorrow. Okay, take care, everyone. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.